Hi everyone, my name is Miss Darby and I am an extension agent with the UTTSU Extension Office in Giles County. And today we're going to do some science experimenting here with some seeds. And I've got my girls with me. We're on quarantine because of COVID-19, and so we're getting ready to plant a garden. And as we were cleaning up, I came across some seeds. But my seeds that I have are from 2016, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but they were good and had good germination in 2016. Well, now it is 2020, and so I don't know if our germination is good or not. I have another pack of seeds here that were packaged for this year, and you can tell on there that it says 2020. It says 12/20. And so these are good for this year. But for us to tell what our germination is this year, we're going to do a little experiment. And to do that, we have to have our seeds. You need a marker, you need paper towels, and you need Ziploc bags, and you need some water. All right, so let me pass this out to the girls here. And they have their seeds. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our water and we're going to wet our paper towel a little bit here, because we want our seeds to germinate, and to germinate they need moisture. So we've got wet there. So now go ahead and take your packets of seeds and pour some into your hand there, and then put your seeds out on your paper towels. And I've gotten it 10 written on the paper. Any ideas why I have the number 10 on, or I have 1 through 10 on there?
Nope. So you'd have a big pool for trial and error just to see what would germinate.
All right. That is kind of what we're doing, but I'm doing 10 so that I can figure out my percentage pretty easily. Because if I only have 1 out of 10 that germinates, that's only 10% of my seeds that are germinating. So I'm going to have to use a whole lot of them to get one plant to grow. What if I have 8 out of 10? What's my percentage there?
80?
80%. So it's pretty easy to know what my percentage is by using the 10 of them. And the seeds that we're using, they're pretty little there. So, but there's some seeds that are even smaller than these. And so, if you have trouble counting those seeds, then, you can do more than 10. But because we can count ours, we're just using 10. So now that you have yours on there, now what I want you to do, I want you to take it and I want you to fold your paper towel over the top. So you're going to fold it in half. I'm going to add a little bit more water to it. I don't want it soaking wet, but I do want it wet enough that it will last, because we're going to have to leave these for about 7 days. 7 days to 2 weeks, depending on what you've got and how long it takes them to germinate. But we're going to check it at 7 days. So now what I want you to do, I want you to open up your Ziploc bag, and I want you to put your paper towel in there. And be careful whenever you're picking it up and putting it in there. You don't want to lose any of your seeds. So you want to be very careful as you're doing that. And just kind of slide it in there. There you go. And then you're going to zip it about halfway. But you're not going to zip it all the way, because it needs to have some air to get through to it, because that's part of the germination, is that it does need to breathe. So we are now going to go find us a warm spot. You want some place that is about 70 degrees, that it'll kind of keep warm at. And we will check back in about 7 days. We'll see you in just a little bit. Here's where we have had our seeds germinating in the window to where they would get a little bit of warmth. And we're going to take them back to the kitchen table and see what we've got. All right, we are back with our seeds. Now the girls are going to open them up and pull out your your paper towel. And then go ahead and open it up. And if you look on the inside of our bags here, we've got a little bit of condensation going on. So we had a little bit of heat transfer, and so you can put it down on the bag there.
Okay. Mine migrated.
That's fine. So open it up.
What?
All right, so now what you need to do, you need to count how many of your seeds have sprouted. Alyssa, you had the Sweet Williams. How many do you have?
5.
5. So
Yeah.
what percent of yours?
50%.
50%. What about yours, Ava?
60%.
60%. So you had 6 of yours. All right, so maybe not the greatest germination, but they're still very useful. So we'll probably will be planting these soon. We hope that you enjoyed our little science experiment and hope that you do the same on learning how to germinate seeds.